So the best way to be attracted to a spirit is to have light about that spirit. The best way to be attracted to the spirit of poverty is to have light about what? Poverty. The best way to attract the spirit of death is to have light about death. That is why whenever you are in an environment where they teach too much about demons, it's not safe for your consumption. So there are some churches, the only thing they teach is demons. They talk about demons today, they talk about them tomorrow. But you know, is one thing about believers is that we want places like that. And then it's not safe when you go to an atmosphere and all the time they are casting out devils. Out. And you are there on your WhatsApp phone. And they are forcing devils out. You don't know where the devils are going. Or you think a devil is so stupid that immediately he leaves the person. He's leaving the place. No. They must search around the building to see if there is an empty vessel they can possess. If they search around the building and there is an empty vessel, they take over that vessel. If there is no empty vessel, they now leave the building. So you can go into a church program and go home with a demon. You can go for church services. And because of the ignorance of the man of God, he can put you in danger. Instead of you to go home with a blessing, you are rather the one going home with a demon. You didn't come there with a demon, but you are now going home with a demon. But you know, sometimes the demon don't tell you that I'm going home with you. He will just enter you secretly, silently. Before you discover he's building his camps in you. If you attract that angel through light, how will you know if an angel is communicating? How will you know if an angel is speaking to you? This is how I know if someone is lying, that an angel is speaking to him or her. An angel of the Lord told me, and I said, how did he tell you? Lakua Dakata. Let me now enter. This is now my elements. Let me now speak like a prophet. I asked you, how did he say? He said he opened his mouth. You just lied. Angels don't open their mouth to talk. How many of you have a vision? You saw an angel and say, I saw an angel, but he was silent. He wasn't silent. Why will he come to you and be silent? He was speaking, but you didn't know that he was speaking. Because they don't open their mouth to speak. They speak with their mouth closed. Because he don't need to open his mouth to speak, because you don't have to hear him with your physical ear. That is his realms. And in the realms of God, he don't need to open his mouth to talk. God can speak with his mouth closed. He can hear with that an ear. Do you think God is having ears like this, your ears? God don't have ears like your ears. He can hear with that ears. He can see with the physical eyes. Why do you think that a prophet will try to see and then a prophet will close their eyes and he's seeing? Because the physical eyes have no use when we come to seeing in the realm of the spirit. Physical ears have no use when we come to seeing in the realms of the spirit. In the realms of God, he speaks without opening his mouth. So angels too can speak without opening their mouth. So we call it ventriloquism. So the angel is ventriloquism. So they have the ability to speak without opening their mouths. The next time someone said, I saw an angel, say, what did the angel say? He said so. Ask him, how did he say it? Just intentionally ask, did he open his mouth? If he say yes, just start going, run away, he's lying. Who have ever seen an angel speak to him before? Now, all hands down. Did he open his mouth? You didn't see the mouth. Okay, but you heard him talking. All right. I want to tell you as a prophet, and I want to teach you my experiences, how angels speak. I want you to know that many men of God who said they hear from angels naturally don't hear from them. And many men of God who said they saw angels naturally they didn't see them. But they are saying it so that they can please you. They are sensational preachers. They preach sensational message and they back it with testimonies that don't exist. Because they know that if they say that I have seen an angel right here, 3 angels at the back, there will be manifestation. Because they know that you are an emotional being, so they take advantage over your emotion and they take advantage over your desire to be touched by God. You are ready to be touched by God, so immediately they say like that, he's touching you, he's touching you. 5 people at the back, 5 is falling, and you actually think that those 5 are actually touched by the angel. Meanwhile, there's no angel there. The angel is rather at the left side. And the angel say, what is happening in this church? So the angel himself is surprised. He's surprised that I didn't touch them and they are falling. Where I am, nothing is happening. But where I am not, something is happening. And that is what is actually happening in the church. Many people have been victims. Now, when an angel of the Lord appears to you, before he comes to you, you attract him through light. Which means you are able to know him. And which means when he comes to you, you will be able to sustain his realms. So when that angel now comes to you, you have the ability to sustain the realms of that angel. So when the angel comes to you and the angel is going to communicate with you, he may not open his mouth like the way I'm opening my mouth. He can stand and look at you, and you the one standing there. I have had many people who walked to me and came to me and said that I saw an angel of the Lord, but he didn't say anything. And that place, I just know that there was something wrong here. Why will an angel will give you permission to see him, and yet he will not say anything? Now, you may think that the angel is not speaking. He's not deaf and dumb. Just that the realms you are coming from, people speak with their mouth open. And the realms is also coming from, they speak with their mouth closed. So you may try to communicate with him, and you find it difficult to communicate. And yet he's standing right with you, and he's also communicating with you. So one of you must materialize to another one realms. And for you to even be qualified to be assigned to an angel, or for an angel to be assigned to you, number one qualification is that you must be born again. So after you are born again, your prayer life too must be active. You must be prayerful. Because if you are not prayerful, an angel, look, you will not be able to activate some angels in your life. You have to be prayerful. And the third one is what? Light, knowledge. You have to have knowledge about them before they can even manifest in your atmosphere. So before an angel can manifest in your environment, you need knowledge about that angel. The fourth one is also that you need to have the ability to meditate. Meditation can give you quick access to the realms of angels. Meditation can activate your angel, your ability to meditate. You need the power to what? Meditate. I know some of you don't know how to meditate, and you don't even meditate. You should meditate every morning. You should not just get up. You are up, you are gone. You came back, you fell. You are up, you are gone. No, please. At least sometimes think. And I taught on 7 steps to meditation. How to meditate properly. I've taught on it before. Now, the 5th point is the tongues of angels. You can activate angels using the tongues of what? Angels. Now, in 1 Corinthians 13, Paul said, though I speak with the tongue of men. What is the tongue of men? English is the tongue of men. Spanish is the tongue of men. French is the tongue of men. So, these are tongues of what? Men. Chinese, all of them, they are tongues of men. A tongue of man is a tongue that men understand. Some may not. Far as some understand it, and it is within a particular tribe or territory, it is a tongue of what? Men. So he said, though I speak with the tongue of men, or the tongue of angels. So which means there is also something called the tongues of angels, which means it is a tongue spoken in angelic realms. So if there is a tongue of men, and Paul mentioned it, then there is also a tongue of angel, and he mentioned that one too. So the best way to activate them is to speak their language. So that is why sometimes when you are in troubles and don't know what to do, the best thing to do is to speak the tongues of angels. You are activating angels. You are putting angels on assignment. You are sending them. You are giving them assignment, and you yourself don't even know the assignment you are giving them. That's their tongue. You are speaking the tongues of men, the tongues of angels. How many of you discover that I don't do my ministration with songs? I do it with tongues, speaking tongues. From this church to wherever I am invited, to everywhere, speaking the language of the Spirit. Amen. That's the language of angels, and that is the language that is spoken in heaven. So some of you have the ability to speak heaven language, yet you don't understand it. And the Bible said, howbeit no man understandeth it, but it edifies you yourself. Why is it that you don't understand it, yet it edifies you? That is because your spirits understand it. The spirit in you understand what you are saying. And once in a while, you should be able to interpret your tongues. Because when I pray for long, I have the ability of interpreting my tongues. I can know what I'm saying in tongue, because I have prayed and I have ascended a particular height in prayer to understand that I can discern the language that is spoken in heaven. So the language that I'm speaking, I equally know what I'm saying. So I'm saying it and I know it. We can pray here, and if I want to interpret tongues in the next 5 minutes, we can start praying, and in that next 5 minutes I'll start interpreting your tongues for you one by one. It's just about gaining access to that height in the spirit that gives you the ability to hear what angels are saying. There was a song I sang at the tent, and I told you it is angelic song. Those who are wise will copy that song and start singing, because you can't sing that song and angels will not join you. Because I was praying, and then all of a sudden the heavens open, and I hear angels singing. And when I was being smuggled out of heaven, I smuggled out with the song. I came out with the song in my head, so I know the song. And when I'm praying and I feel like singing it, I sing it. Now, what you need to understand is that the language angel speaks is different. So the tongue of angels can activate them in your life. The other one too is when you see a man who have encounters angels, that man can pray for you and you also start seeing angels. Let me tell you this. No man can give you what he don't have. A pastor who has never seen an angel can never pray for you to see an angel. The Bible said in the book of 2 Kings, as they summoned Elisha and the servant ran to the man of God and said, Master, we are doomed, we are done. And he said, what is happening? And he said, there are armies surrounding us and they are about to finish us. The Bible said Elisha prayed for the servant's eyes that he may see. And all of a sudden the eyes of the servant saw. They opened. And he saw that those that were for them were more than those against them. Why was he able to see them? Because Elisha introduced him.